What's up? All right, now we're in the beginning of this tutorial, building a performance kit with Mike Venus, and I'm Mike Venus. So let's get started. Now, first and foremost, I am working with the Akai Force, aka the legendary Akai Force. And yes, all you MPC and Machine and Rolling MC 101, 707, Verse Lab, and anything else that's out there, you cannot resist the Akai Force divine power. Okay, so let's get started. All right, now like I said, before we start making samples and stuff, first thing first, we got to plan out what we're going to do. Now this first section of this tutorial is really to gain how we're going to structure this song. All right, now we're going to keep this real simple, okay? Right? Now, the reason why I say I'm going to keep it real simple is because this is just to kind of get people into the flow of actually writing music. Now, is it hard to write music? No. But it ain't super simple, okay? It's in between. But we got great tools at our disposal to help us write, okay? So I'm gonna pull up a piano on the Force, right? Pull up a piano cell. I'm gonna use an electric piano. I like the sound of it. It just sounds really smooth. Okay. And how are we gonna do this? Let's do notes mode. I would do chromatic just because it gives me that piano feel. All right, let's kill some of that delay. That's a little too much on there. All right. So all right. Similar to the launch pad, right? Which I might need to pull this up for a demonstration. So, all right, let's pull out the handy dandy launch pad. Right, we're gonna set it in chromatic mode, which is already set in, right? And let's set it to C major, right? So we got the C major layout, right, in chromatic mode, right? Pink is the root. Well, you can't hear that. Let me see. The C is the root, and then these are the white keys. On the piano. Now that's one way of using it. And you can do the same thing in the Force. So we're gonna simplify this because like I said, this is more like if you used to playing the keys and stuff. Right? So let's change it. Let's change it to straight across rows. right? Now you could do this, like have this same layout like this, right? Now this is going from root all the way to the next octave, right? So these are stacked in octaves, right? This layout. Now you can have this layout on the fourths, but unlike this, we can do chords. So let's do that, right? So let's go to notes. Let's go to chords and let's set it to the root. Awesome. No, let's set it to harmonize, excuse me. That way we got chords. Now, the reason why I pulled this up, right, is so that we can get down to the part of constructing a song. Let me go to acoustic piano because this electric piano might be too extra. Where we at? Here we go, basic piano. Right? I usually, when I write music, I like to start out with a piano sound. Piano, and kill all the effects on it. So that all that delay, you could probably leave a little reverb, but not too much, because you want it to feel as real as possible. Right? Right. Now, a way that I'm going to be teaching is like the numeric chord system, meaning you take a scale, right? We're going to be in the key of C, so it's simple. There's no sharps, no flats. So everything is straight neutral, right? And you got the different notes of the scale, right? C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C octave, right? So it's a 7-note scale. This is just an octave. It started all over again, right? So in the numeric order, right, the same way you do a scale, you could do this with chords. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So when you ever hear somebody say, oh, do a 2-5-1, which is a 2, 5, 1. Now, these notes and these chords, this is a major scale. To make it easy, the 1, the 4, and the 5 is uppercase Roman numerals. That means it is major. The 2, 3, 6, right? And even the 7, but I'm gonna leave that out for right now, but it can be used. We might use it, I don't know. But like I said, the 2, 3, and the 6 tone, those chords, when made into chords, will be minor. So it'll be lowercase Roman numerals, right? So the 2, right, is lowercase, so that means it's a minor. The 5, right, is uppercase, so that means it's a major. And the 1 is uppercase, that means it's a major. So anytime you hear me use these numbers, understand, and you should even write it out. I don't have no writing stuff. My bad. But we're using this as a visual, so this kind of give you the understanding. Right. So I got that same layout, but I have the ability to make it into chords. So we got basic triads, which is 3-note chords. It's a root, a third, and a fifth. Right? So this is a 2-5-1. This is typical. Right? Now that's not hard. This is just a way, like, say if you're not a keyist, you're utilizing your tools, right? So let's say we like the way that sound, or let's try a different chord progression, 1, 4, 5. So that'll be all major. Now to 2, 5, 1. Right? That's okay. Let's do. Okay. So I like that pattern. That's a 3, 4, 6, 5. Right. So you just play around with it, find a progression that you like. Now, the way we're going to build this, right? So say I like, let's say I want the chord progression to change up. Only in the verses. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because I make more like a hip hop type music, or similar to electronic. You know, it's in that EDM style stuff, but it's more like chill out. You know, so with that, that's mainly loop based. That means whatever chord progression it is, it repeats. It just goes in a cycle. So it's like. And that to me is like nails on a fucking chalkboard. You know what I'm saying? It drives me bananas. It really do. I'll be like, I'm on the brink of losing my shit if I hear a fucking loop, a lazy ass progression where it's just, that's the whole fucking song. There's no change up. There's no dynamics. See, let's put it like this. When I'm making something like this, I'm trying to make it as not as overly complicated, but kind of keeping it simple, so I'm able to perform it and not really overthink, just be in the moment. But the thing with loops are cool, but it's good if you have something to kind of switch up the energy. So what I like to do, right, this is a songwriting thing. A lot of people associate energy with adding more sounds or adding more. And that's not always the case, especially in the genre like down tempo, where it's kind of meant to be kind of like relaxing in the background. You don't want too much changing going on because it unsettles the listener. You want to kind of have them relax. So I understand why they have loops, but you can throw things in there to kind of give them this feel of movement, but it's subtle. It's not abrasive, you know. So tip, what I like to do, and I'm going to get more into this in the next video, is called modal progressions. Okay, meaning I pick a mode from the major or minor scale, right? I build a chord progression, right? And I use that chord progression for a particular section in the song, right? Then, when I want to switch to a different section of the song, right? So let's say like we're going to come up with the concept of the chorus is going to be a chord progression. The verse is going to be a chord progression, right? The turnaround or the transitioning to go back into the chorus, we might use either a 1 or 2 bar chord or something that just kind of like, it's a bridge to link it back. But let's just keep it simple. Let's use a chord progression we build for the chorus and a chord progression we build for the verse, right? We'll go into this in the next video. So with that, see you next time. Mike Venus out.